All right, guys, good morning. I am going to make this quick video here just to kind of show you some tools that are out there and available to help you in the planning process. The big game hunt guides for 2018 should be coming out this week. So I'm going to show you where to find that, what information's in there, and why it might be relevant to you. I'm also going to show you how to track the fires in the area. There's a ton of fires out here this year, and it can definitely have an impact on your hunting plans, and then some overlays and some courses that the CPW has to offer. So let's kick into it. The hunt guides are a great tool. I don't think a lot of people know about them because they get kind of buried in the CPW website. The best way I found to find them is just Google whatever section of the state you're hunting in. So it's broken down into quadrants. There's a northwest hunt guide, a southwest hunt guide, a northeast hunt guide, and a southeast hunt guide. So if you're planning on hunting northwest Colorado, if you just Google Northwest Hunt Guide, it'll pop up. You can download that and take it with you on your smart devices. Or if you go to the Colorado Parks and Wildlife website under Things to Do, Hunting, click on the Big Game tab. Down at the bottom, it's going to have a list of resources. Take a look at those. If there's any resources you're interested in looking at, you think can help you, click on those. You can see right there the regional hunt guide is circled in red. If you click on that, it's going to bring you to a separate page. There you're going to have the Colorado Big Game Hunting Forecast. Like I said, this should be updated here pretty quickly. And that's going to give you a general forecast on hunting conditions, how the winter was, fawn mortality rate, things like that. If you click on those hunt guides, like I said, the best way is to Google, but if you want to go through here, go through the Colorado Parks and Wildlife website to get to it, you can do that as well. All right, so the regional hunt guide, what is it? Why is it important to you? It contains a ton of information specific to the area that you want to hunt. So it's going to include things like ATV information. Do you have to get it registered? Identification of animals. You should be able to tell the difference between a moose and an elk, but it kind of gives you some information on that. Statistics. And then here it has the area is broken down into smaller chunks. So here we can see this is the lower Yampa, what they call it. It's 311, 211, and 301. It's going to give you general information on the area, what type of weather to generally expect during what seasons, the hunting pressure, is there a lot of recreation going on in the area, all sorts of general information that you can use to kind of help you start planning your hunt out if you've never been to that area. Then it's going to give you species-specific information. This is really important if you've never hunted Colorado or you're new to hunting out here. A lot of units, the elk are very migratory, and same thing with the deer. So a unit that is really great in September might be terrible in November, and vice versa. A unit that's terrible in September could be great in November. It all depends on the weather and hunting pressure, and this gives you kind of a good idea of what the animals in the area tend to do. And then we can see the herds, the population objectives, and the population estimates. And this just kind of gives you an idea of what the herds look like, what success hunters had in the area over the last 3 to 5 years, how many people got out and hunted it. So it's just more information you can use to narrow down where are you going to hunt. Is the area you're looking at viable for the season you're looking at? Something I really like to do, I know most people use onX Maps, and that's a great tool for finding out is it public, is it private, making sure you're in the right location. But I don't really like scouting on onX Maps. It just doesn't have enough detail. So if you go to the Hunting Fool website, it's a free download you can use, and you can download a game management unit map that goes right over your Google Earth. So it's just an overlay in your Google Earth. And I really like that because I like to use Google Earth for my scouting. One other tool I like to use, and this is going to sound kind of goofy, but I think it works well, at least for me, is when you're looking at Google Earth, if you look at that right there, like, oh, that's, I see I got some terrain, some fingers. But but it's hard to get an actual perception on what it looks like. I like to go into the tools and select flight simulator and actually fly around the area. And what I think that does for me is it's kind of like a street view level in the city. It just gives you a better perspective of what the area actually looks like. You can see a little bit more terrain and say, wow, that's a lot steeper and a lot more nuance in the terrain than it looked like from just that regular Google Earth image. So I like to kind of get in, fly around, and see what the terrain actually looks like down there. And then the wildfires. If you go to www.colorado.gov/pacific/DFPC/current-wildfires, it'll bring up a list of all the current wildfires in Colorado. And this is an interactive map, so you can click on the fire that's in the area that you want to hunt, or hopefully there are no fires in the area that you want to hunt, but you can click on a fire that you're interested in, and it's going to bring up information. It's going to tell you, is there a Facebook page related to this fire? Are they talking about this fire on Twitter? A lot of times they'll set up social media accounts related to the specific fire, and you can track that information as it comes out. These are updated as soon as possible, so this is usually the most relevant information related to that fire. One last thing I'm going to cover is some of the courses here. If you go back to the Colorado Parks and Wildlife website, under the Learn tab, you click Learn to Hunt. There's an Elk Hunting University. This is really good. A lot of websites will charge you $100 a year to take their elk course, and they'll tell you you're a VIP all-access member or whatever. This is kind of comparable to the information you're going to find on there. It's chock full of information. You're not going to be able to plow through it in 10 or 15 minutes. This is something you're going to have to sit down and actually go through, but it's well worth it and it's free. And then there's also a turkey school for those of you guys that are interested in turkey hunting. And then the Colorado Parks and Wildlife also puts on clinics and seminars throughout the state. So if you click on that tab, it will bring up a list of all the clinics and seminars in the state of Colorado that are upcoming. You have to register for these, and they fill up relatively quickly. So if you see something in your area that you're interested in, I recommend that you jump on it, get registered, and that way your seat is saved. Ladies, they have women's specific groups. So if you're looking at connecting with more women that are interested in the outdoors, that might be a great opportunity for you guys to get out and spend some time together. No guys allowed, so it kind of makes for a more comfortable atmosphere. If you see something on here that's not offered in your area that you really want to attend, if you can get a group of people together, call the Colorado Parks and Wildlife and they will come out and put on a seminar for you. It depends on, one, you have to get enough people, and obviously they have to have the resources and time to go out there and put on that clinic, but they're pretty accommodating. They are all about giving you guys the tools. So hopefully this helped out. Just a quick little bit of information, and good luck out there.